So why did I decline a sponsorship from Specialized a few years back? I was making some videos about my opinions on the road disc, etc., and where Specialized was going, and I had a member from Specialized Marketing reach out and say, hey, you know, we love your stuff, we watch your stuff, we would like to give you a disc brake S-Works Tarmac to ride, and we were sure you will change your mind. I said, thanks, I've already ridden the bike, appreciate the effort, but you know, give it back to someone else, give it to someone else. And so why did I decline that? Because I respect my audience, who respects me for providing the absolute truth in my opinions on bike tech, okay? And Adam Curran from Zero Cycling recently said on YouTube that I do not have any sponsors. Who would want to sponsor Duran Rider? You know, he's dodgy, he's a predator, whatever. Well, Adam, you're a man who claims he's about science and shit, but and you claim you're professional, yet the pettiness that you have, you know what I mean? Like, why would someone trust your data when you would make statements like that? That's why I do not trust the data that Zero Friction puts up, because he makes slanderous claims based on no facts, yet claims to be a man of facts and science. Adam from Zero Friction Cycling is also ex-police. So he should know better about burden of proof and evidence and all these things, all right? But no, he just lets his emotions get the better of himself. And so I do have sponsors, and I have had sponsors, and I still do have sponsors today. Do I flash who they are? If you know, then you know. Reason why I might not flash my sponsors too overtly, but if you read between the lines, you might know who is sponsoring me, is because I don't want people like Adam contacting them. Why do you sponsor Duran Rider? Guys getting their panties in a knot and go, all right? So if I promote something on YouTube, chances are I got it for free, or I got getting paid to sell it or whatever. But here's the thing, okay? I will only ever endorse products that I think are legit. You'll never ever see me selling out and promoting things I think are shit, but the money was good, so I'm like, yeah, that's okay, take the money. Fuck the noobs. No. I've been dead broke, homeless, living on the street. Happy to live that way. I will never, ever sell out, okay? And yes, I make great money. I'm set for life. Great. I'm lucky. I don't have any kids. I had a vasectomy. Win-win, okay? So you can trust what I'm saying when I recommend product, okay? And you can... So I am sponsored. I do... People, oh, you're not sponsored? Yeah, I am. And you say you're not sponsored, it's a bit of a half-truth. How do I say that? I do get shit for free. I do get paid by brands, okay? I am sponsored, okay? I've been sponsored since... what was my first sponsorship deal? Maybe 2012, you know? Can't remember, 2012, 2011, one of those years. It's just what happens when you have such a large audience, all right? When you put your name into ChatGPT, whatever it's called, and you say, write lyrics for a Duran Rider song, and it comes up with a song, of course you're going to have brand awareness. Your brand is going to have enough awareness where sponsors got to go, hey, let's go on this guy. ChatGPT, someone in my coaching group said today, I put Duran Rider song lyrics in the ChatGPT, it gave me a whole song. I was like, that's not real life. I've got to try this out. So I tried it out. I'm like, okay, this is real. So if Specialized said to me, hey, Harley, we've got a rim brake bike, would you ride that? I'd be like, yeah, I'd ride that. Would you promote that? I'd be like, yeah, I'll promote that. And I do promote Specialized products in my bike buyer's guide. How much money does Specialized give me this year? 0, okay? So how much free shit do they give me this year? 0, okay? Why do I still promote Specialized in my ebook? I promote their LA Elite 105 rim brake, if you can still even get it. But there's a few laying around. And the second-hand market there is, why do I promote a brand like Specialized when I'm so critical of what they do, yet I'm promoting some of their products in my ebook that people buy? Why is that? Because the Specialized LA Elite rim brake is a fucking legit bike. And whilst I have my differences with the brand Specialized, etc., and other brands, I'm going to be fair, all right? I'm not a fucking douchebag, well, that much of a douchebag to some people. If the product's legit, I'll give it a thumbs up, whether I'm paid or not, okay? Simple as that. So Specialized flipped around and said, hey, we'll pay you X, Y, Z to ride the Specialized LA Elite for a year and run it through the tests, would you be happy to do that? I'd be like, yeah, I could do that. I mean, obviously that would never happen because they don't want to promote the elite. They want to promote their top tier bikes as the top thing. When in actual fact, the best bike Specialized sell is, well, especially last year, was their Elite 105 rim brake. You put some better wheels on there, some lighter wheels, and you got yourself a really, really nice bike. A really, really nice frame as well. Carbon fork, full carbon fork, decently performing alloy lightweight frame. You put a SRAM red grip set on there, and you got yourself a sub 7 kilo race bike for, you know, not much money at all, which will definitely outperform their SL7 S-Works. So that's the sort of content I'd be making. So Specialized would never ever pay me or give me that bike because I'd be saying this is actually better than the top tier bike, which would be like reverse marketing. All right, that's not going to happen. So understand that's the deal. But yeah, if you read people like zero friction cycling, I mean, zero friction cycling, just the name is bullshit. All right. It's like me calling myself, you know, zero impact running. Like what? You're always going to have impact as a runner. Yeah, you should call yourself minimal impact running, okay, or minimal friction cycling, because zero friction is just, for me, it's false advertising, in my opinion. Okay, so if you're going to make false claims like that, and then you're going to, and false claims about you, zero friction, false claims about me, and then you're going to put yourself out there as like, well, we're about science and data and integrity, but you'll make false claims about other things. So which one is it? All right, you can't be both and call yourself a professional. That's just being fucking hypocritical. That's my little rant there. So that goes for any brand I work with. You know, in my Bike Buyers Guide, I promote brands that I don't like most of their stock, but I do have some stock that I do rate. Like the Trek Amonda ALR rim brake, one of my favorite bikes ever. Can you buy them brand new? No. Can you buy them secondhand, great prices, near new? Yeah, for sure. So the rim brake Trek Amonda ALR, I rate it. And there's, you know, I just like to be, who inspired me to be like this, to not sell out? There's been a lot of people in my life like that. I don't want to mention names because I don't want to forget anyone, but there has been a lot of people out there who would say, look, Harley, you know, maybe I go to a store and they'll be like, look, Harley, I know you want this, but this product won't really enhance your cycling performance. All right. And I'm like, what do you mean? But it's so expensive and it was marketed as good. And they're like, well, marketing reality and performance reality are often two different things. And I was like, really? And they're like, it's shit. It won't make you any faster. All right. And it'll probably break in the first crash. I'm like, oh, really? You know, okay. So, but I respected those people. So I'd walk out of the shop with my money still in hand. And I'd be a bit confused. I'm like, I went in there to spend money and I came out with the money I wanted to spend and I didn't get the product that they had in the store. But they told me the truth. And what do I, you know, what do I do with that? Okay. So I was be a little bit like, is this real life? You know, I'm saving up all this money. I'm excited. I read the advertisement. I'm going to get that, you know, I'm going to get this fancy product. Go to the bike shop. It's there. Or maybe I'll try to order it in. And then the staff member would be looking around for the boss, like, Harley. I don't know. So I had this massive amount of respect for some of these staff members early in my cycling career. And that made me want to emulate them. Okay. So I guess that's why I am what I am. So if I recommend a product, I fucking recommend it. I might be getting paid to recommend it, all right? I might be getting paid to recommend it, okay? 50-50. But I'm not recommending it because I'm getting paid, all right? I'm recommending it because it's legit and it ain't shit. And if I get paid, that's a cool little bonus. If I don't, I'm still going to recommend it. It's just how it is. It's how I roll. Like this iPhone 14 is just an amazing thing. I'm not getting sponsored by Apple for it, you know? Or am I? So that's the deal there. You know, it's an interesting world. It's very cutthroat. It's getting more cutthroat by the day. That's why I had a vasectomy. I think it's going to be really hard for the kids out there today. Even the air quality. I was looking at air quality in Thailand yesterday, last night, and today. I was like, damn, it's getting nasty over there. You know, Adelaide's amazing. Kenya's amazing, air quality. But I was just thinking, what's going to happen in 10 or 20 years' time? Anyway, we're digressing here. Another thing I like about the bikes like this is how in 10 or 20 years' time, you still better get spare parts from. 27.2 seat posts, check. BB86, check. 1.5 inch taper steerer fork, check. You can get that. How much will it cost you? 20 to 50 to 100 bucks. You know, easy to get parts. Standard bar stem combo, check. You know, so these bikes are more eco. Okay, they're less likely to end up in landfill. or sooner than landfill. So it's just we're delaying the landfill process by being able to reuse and build up other stuff. But proprietary part bikes like the SL7 Tarmac or the S5 Cervelo, they have such proprietary parts in there, you're going to be really struggling to get spare parts in later on, okay? And that's going to mean the thing goes to landfill a lot sooner. Cycling for me is a sport, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of life, it's art, it's expression, it's health, and I think we all need to have a mindset of that and make sure the bike products out there do have a longevity focus and a performance focus and a safety process and focus there, and we can have that in all those elements. We can have performance, longevity, and safety, okay, and most importantly, riding amazingly. So there you go, that's the deal there. I encourage people out there that, and a lot of influencers out there, cycling influencers in general, they have mental health problems. They have depression. You don't know it. You don't see it. I've built more YouTube channels than anyone else out there on the YouTube platform, okay? In the cycling world, the vegan world, other elements, people have come to me and said, Harley, can you build my career online? One girl's got over 7 million subscribers now. I've made millionaires on YouTube, literally. I've made people who have far surpassed my results, and it makes me feel good. But a lot of these people and other influencers I've had in contact with in LA and New York and online, etc., a lot of them have suffered with depression and mental health issues. People are like, what? But they're living this dream life and they're like traveling around and they look amazing, or they're blah, 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 blah. But a lot of them sold out. They sold out because they wanted more fame, more money, more popularity. They want to impress their parents or their ex or their friends or whatever back in the day. So they sold out. They put on a happy smile and they just shut up when they should have spoken up, and they've endorsed a product they didn't believe in. And now they're dealing with that, and they go to bed and they feel empty in their big house, nice car, big bank balance, millions of subs or hundreds of thousands of subs, but they feel depressed, they feel empty. And that is because they did sell out. And it's not me to say, hey, you sold out, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. When you sell out, you sell part of your soul, all right? And that's going to come back at you. Initially, you won't probably feel it if you're just a basic sort of person or NPC or whatever, or you're saying, I'm just going with the flow, and I'm in LA, and I'm in New York, and these brands are just dropping shit on me. You'll be like, yes, 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 But eventually, you'll come to a point, it's like, hang on, this stuff's shit. This stuff's legit shit. I can't be in part of this anymore, all right? And so yeah, what do you do? So you make a video saying I was wrong, and people go, oh yeah, fucking I hate you, blah blah blah, which most people don't do, because most people get on YouTube for fame and money. They don't get on there to be unpopular. They don't get on there to make videos like this, because they're more opportunist type people versus people who want to contribute. Okay, so they're just following opportunities for money, etc., fame, and I get that. I guess a basic human desires, especially in today's society. But often they have this depression episode because they're not really being true to themselves. They're not saying what they fucking know is the truth, all right? If you want to have a clear conscience, if you want to have a high quality of life, say what you know is going to fucking help people, whether it's popular or not, okay? You can say it tactfully, you can say it whatever you want, but you can say it, okay? And obviously there's some things that are better left unsaid, but in terms of health, performance, safety, you should be speaking up, okay? When you know something's wrong, you should be speaking up, okay? When it's a bullshit product or whatever, speak up about it, yeah? And that helps everybody. Like guys like Hambini calling out the bullshit that some of these brands are putting out, that helps everyone, all right? It helps the end user, it helps the dudes in the factory making the shit, it helps everyone, it helps the environment, okay? So it's like, it's tough love, but it's like, it's what really makes the world better, okay? Calling out bullshit as we see it. Simple as that. So I feel that we're losing a lot of cyclists because the new bikes don't ride like they used to. The SL7 Tarmac S-Works doesn't ride as good as an SL6 rim brake or an SL1 rim brake from 15 years ago, all right? It doesn't ride as good, okay? If you know, you know. If you've owned or ridden these bikes, you know what I'm talking about. One of my viewers the other day is like, oh, I had a Ribble or whatever 15 years ago, then upgraded to the latest SL7 with 9200, and it's much better. I'm faster on it. And no doubt you're faster. Because that Rebel or whatever was probably like a real budget bike, you know, with rusty cables and worn out bearings and, you know, crappy old tyres that had flattened off or whatever. And the gears that didn't work properly because your cables are rusted out and your derailleur was bent. And then you get on the Di2 12-speed and you're like, touring rider's totally wrong. This bike's way better. It is way better. But step back a bit and jump on an SL4 tarmac from 2013 with Di2 Dura-Ace 11-speed or 10-speed or SRAM Red 10 or 11 mechanical with some specialised turbo cottons on there, 25mm, 120 PSI or whatever. And you'd be like, oh shit, now I know what touring rider's on about. You know what I mean? Every single professional rider out there would choose the SL4 rim brake tarmac decked out versus the SL7 S-Works tarmac decked out. Every single pro would. Oh, but Harley, but they ride the SL7. They don't have a fucking choice in 2023. Remember when GCN back in the day went around before road disc was the thing, the marketing thing, and GCN interviewed the riders, rim or disc, rim or discs, and Philip Gilbert's like, rim brake tarmac, any day of the week, okay? He's just totally honest, all right? Performance-based rider, Philip Gilbert, okay? That's the truth right there, okay? Like is a like that's how they all think, performance-based, okay? Now it's like, you got the sponsors are like doing this, and you always got to follow the sponsors in pro cycling, otherwise you're like, you get axed, you get done. There's a sponsorship omerta as well. Chris Froome's breaking that a little bit, because Chris Froome is able to do that a little bit, because he's so maybe the twilight of his career, he's got his cash, he's fucking set for life with money. He's like, yeah, I can be a little bit more open and honest here about certain things, you know? But you got to read between the lines, people, okay? But above all, you don't need to read between the lines. Go and fucking ride these bikes, man. Go and ride these bikes. Go and ride the latest SL7 tarmac. And do you wonder why Specialized doesn't have demo bikes like they used to? That's right. That's right. Remember back in the day, they did the SL3 to SL6 demo day Specialized, 2 down under all the time. What was there this year? 0, all right? What was there last year? 0, okay? Why? Because the new bikes don't ride as good as the bikes, the S-Works models from 10 years ago. Okay, and that goes to all the brands. They just don't ride as fucking good, okay? And if someone doesn't ride as good, why would someone want to, you can't fall in love with these new bikes, man, right? And if you do, and if you have, that's great. And you're having a good experience, that's great. But then like I say, go and ride a bike like this. Or a sub 7 kilo rim brake bike. Could be from Windspace SLZ, it could be a Cannondale Super 6, it could be a Trek Madone or a Namonda, you know. Ones with the proper brakes, you know, rim brakes, not the integrated, the dumb ones. And you'll be, you know, a Giant TCR, Giant Defy, all those bikes that we ran on about. You'll notice these bikes, and with nice tyres and nice wheels, okay? Specialized cotton tubulars or turbos, clincher or tubs, whatever you want. Clincher's easy to live with, or some GP4000 or GP5000 clincher, you know. And you'll be like, damn, now I know what touring riders fucking ranting and raving about. So that's the deal. I will never sell out. I'm always here for the riders. I make videos that I find are boring for me to watch, but I know that Harley back in 1997, when he got his first road bike, an Avanti Corsa from Traxxas Marion, sold by John, I had a great experience with that. Great experience with John. John was a bike salesman who was really honest and really helped me a lot, you know. Gave me a killer deal, got a killer bike for back in the day. And so I was just like, I would walk into the shop and be very, very happy to go in there and old school service, you know. And so that's what I do today, pay it forward. I make videos that would have helped me back in the day, you know. I'm not arrogant enough to assume that everyone should know the fucking facts, you know. Because how do you know the facts? You know, unless you learn the fucking hard way. And often that's too late because I'm done. This sport, this lifestyle sucks, you know. And GCN also do this stuff about when it was black clothing. That's another video though. It's like, come on guys, you want to be visible out there. Visibility is important. Safety is important, man. You know, it's we should be making safety a priority versus this black, dark, cycling camouflage clothing. You know, it's like, so what are we doing, man? Like, you know, what are we doing? Anyway, that's the deal. Never sell out. All right. If you sell out, you're gonna have mental health issues. You're gonna feel shit. You're gonna feel like your life's been worthless. Any industry you're in, man, take a pay cut rather than sell out. Because look at all the people out there with mega money, mega fame, who are depressed as fuck. All right, depressed as fuck. racking up the coke, blowing their brains out, doing the room temp body challenge, all sorts of crazy stuff, man. Room temperature body temp challenge. It's just crazy, man. The level of depression out there is it's insane, because primarily people are selling out. They're selling out, thinking more money, more fame will give more happiness. And it's not the fucking truth, man. It is not the truth.